I'm starting the engine in off, now putting it into drive, releasing the handbrake, checking all my mirrors and my blind spot. It's looking safe to go from behind. I'm indicating right because there's vehicles in front of me. Parked vehicles on both sides, anticipating doors might open, people might move off without indicating, somebody might walk in front, looking over, under and through all of these vehicles parked up on either side. T-Junction coming, I'm going to turn left at the end. It's a closed junction with parked vehicles right up to the end, so I'm going to be very cautious. Anybody can come speeding in onto my side of the road. Checking centre left mirror, indicating left, covering the brake pedal, creeping up to the line, slowly edging, looking right, left. There's people walking opposite on the right, not really affecting me. Edging out a little bit more to the left, I can see through the windows of this black car. It's looking safe to go. I'm going to immediately turn left again in front of this van. So checking centre left mirror, signalling left, slowing down, vehicles parked right onto the corner, very narrow road, so slowly creeping in. As my visibility improves, I'm going to start to ease off the brakes. Yes, it's safe. There's one vehicle moving off at the distance, parked vehicles on both sides, so I'm going to hold back over here to make it easy for the oncoming vehicle. He's in the middle of the road. I've got just enough room on left of centre positioning. Waiting patiently, checking my mirrors as I'm waiting and the right mirror, so when it's time to go, I know exactly what's going on. Vehicle in front, said thank you. Checking centre right mirror, into the middle of the road, looking over, under and through the vehicles. One vehicle in front of me, driving in the middle of the road, looking both sides, because the vehicles are parked on both sides, looking over, under and through the vehicles. Coming up to the end of the road, T-Junction, turning left. I'm going to check my centre left mirror, indicate about here. It's a closed junction, so I'm going to slow right down at the end. I'm hoping that car goes, which he has. Taking up my position to the left as the curb bends to the left, so I'm not leaving enough room that a bicycle can fit in. It's looking safe on the right, looking twice, thinking bike before emerging. Straightening up the wheel, centre mirror, then accelerating up to speed limit, which is 30 mph. It's got street lights, there's no other signs for it. There's a flashing amber light in the distance, petrol station on the right, no one threatening to come out. Lights change to green, there's nobody waiting on both sides. Coming up to a right hand bend, slightly downhill, so keeping an eye on my speed, making sure I'm not going over 20. Just easing off a bit because few cars threatening to turn. Black cars turn, black cars coming out from the side. Coming around the bend, I can see a reflection of a lorry. Coming around the bend, staying in the centre of the lane, driving in straight line, coming up to a pedestrian crossing. Man's about to press the button, 50-50, light might change, so just keeping myself flexible. He's crossing the road, and here's my point of no return, so I've been committed. Coming up to a junction, no one threatening on the sides. There's a bus parked on the left, so I'm going to keep in the right lane. I'm going to follow signs for Dudley, so at the moment I can't see the sign. There is a sign in the distance. I'm staying in the right lane. After the bus I'm going to move back to left lane using centre left mirror, and Dudley is first exit on the roundabout, so I'm going to keep this pedestrian crossing clear because there's traffic in front. Otherwise I'm going to end up blocking, the back of my car is going to block the crossing. Now I can sense the vehicles are starting to roll, so I'm going to roll up behind the white car, so when I do stop, if I do need to stop, I'm not blocking the pedestrian crossing. There's about 5 cars in front of me. It's a pretty busy roundabout. There's lots of traffic on the right, so that might create some opportunities to proceed if the roundabout gets blocked. There's no one threatening on the left to come out of this junction, so I'm going to carry on rolling. There's a box junction on the left, so just easing up to the box junction, now speeding up because I know I can clear the box junction. I'm going to mirror signal left now so people don't get confused with that junction on my left. Plan is to start looking at the vehicle in front is giving way, so I'm keeping my distance from vehicle in front. Bus is stopping behind me, and if he goes now, I'm going to start to edge forward, wait for the lorry. Nice visibility, it's looking safe to go, keeping to the left, and then pedestrian crossing. It might change, so I'm keeping it flexible, and there you go. Disabled man on the right who can cross, stopping smoothly, and I'm going to immediately turn left into the car park and do forward bay parking. So I'm waiting for the light to change, scanning both sides to see if there's any more disabled people or people gonna might walk. So far no one's approaching the crossing, light's about to change soon. The bus is still stopped behind me. I can see a pedestrian that's walking on the left where I'm about to turn into. Maybe she's gonna cross the road. Centre left mirror, indicate left now. I'm not gonna go too fast. slowly coming in. Yes, she's crossed the road, she's on the other side. Emerging into the road, keeping to the left. I'm going to follow the road to the left into the car park. I'm going to follow the car park to the top, turning right, keeping nice and slow, no more than 10 miles per hour. Lady there's car straightening on the left. I'm going to follow the car park to the right. I might indicate that there's a few pedestrians there. And then I'm going to forward park on the right. There's some empty bays on the right side. So I'm going to keep my right signal on, keeping the speed slow, favouring the left as much as I can using my left mirror. And then I'm going to just slowly roll into bay number 30. Slowly creeping into the bay and stopping right on the line, using the reference point with my door mirror. I can see the white line just underneath it. I can see from my blind spot mirrors that I'm inside the white line. Handbrake on, into park. Now I'm going to reverse out, facing the back to the left and the front to the right. Into reverse gear, releasing my handbrake, looking all around. Happy this lady on my right is not moving up yet. She's just closed the door. Now she's starting the engine, so I might, she needs to put a seatbelt on. So I'm slowly reversing out, starting to steer to the left, and looking right mirror, left mirror. It's quite tight base, keep it full lock, watching the vehicle behind that's might sticking out. Stopping into drive, looking all my mirrors and my blind spot, looking safe to go. She hasn't moved off, and I'm going to follow the car park to the left. I'm going to indicate that there's a red car coming at speed. So I'm just going to slowly creep as she goes around the bend. Then I'm going to enter the bend, because it's not good to enter a bend at the same time on tight roads or car parks. So I'm following the car park down slowly, trying to keep my speed 10 or below, favouring the left. Coming up to the exit, I'm going to turn left at the exit, and then I'm going to follow signs for Wolverhampton. So checking left and right mirror, keeping to the left. It says left only in front of me. There's a bit of traffic. That's because there's a pedestrian crossing on the left which has just changed, and there's a big roundabout coming with 4 junctions on it. And I can see from here Wolverhampton is going to be second exit. So I'm going to keep to the left for the time being. If it says left only, then I'll change lanes. I'm making eye contact with all of these drivers. Maybe somebody might give way to me, so looking right, left. Is he going to give way to me? Yes, he's just flashed. Coming out slowly, so I don't go over the middle line. And I'm just going to say thank you with my left hand raising in front of the centre mirror. Planning to stop, looking to go. The black car on the right has stopped, so I'm going to proceed cautiously into the roundabout. Centre left mirror, indicate left. I'm coming up to another roundabout. Wolverhampton is right, third exit, centre right mirror, indicate, and get myself into the right lane. Plan is to stop, looking to go, keeping to the right. There's a black car coming with his white signals on, so I'm going to pause here. And after black car, there's another car, and then there's a gap, so I'm entering the roundabout in the right lane. After I pass the first exit, I'm going to check centre left mirror and stay in this lane. Now it swerves into the middle lane, and then after second exit, centre left mirror, signal left, and move over to the left lane. Or if the left lane is busy, you can stay in the right lane. It's 40-mile-an-hour road, so now I'm going to speed up. The road's looking safe and clear. No one threatening at the junction. I'm right up to 40 miles per hour. Coming up to another roundabout. Wolverhampton is second exit at the roundabout. I can use left or middle lane. There's no sign saying left only. So I'm planning to stop, looking to go, looking for the gaps, scanning right ahead, and it's looking safe to enter, keeping to the left, centre left mirror after this first junction, indicate left, checking right mirror as well, up to 40 miles per hour, and going slightly up the hill, then it bends to the left. There's people walking across the crossing. They don't look like they've pressed the button. Easing off a touch, man in front is braking, there's another pedestrian on the left, just easing off a touch, going past the pedestrian crossing, and now checking the centre mirror, it's looking safe, speeding back up to 40. So now, coming up to another junction, there's a pedestrian crossing coming, looking both sides, warning signs saying signals, towards Dudley. So I'm gonna go second exit on the right. So I can use the second exit. I'm gonna go into right lane, so centre right mirror, indicate right, coming over to the right side. Because it's on the right, I'm gonna indicate right. As soon as I pass my first exit, I'm gonna mirror signal left. Lights on red. It's going to be changed any time. I'm going to put the wipers on. 30 mile an hour speed limit in front of me. There's a sharp bend around the bushes, it's creating a bit of a blind spot. Lights change, checking both mirrors, no one's creeping up. To the right lane. And now check centre left mirror. After Wolverhampton, indicate left. Into left hand lane. 40 mile per hour limit. Don't go over 40. The red light in front of me, easing up a touch. Main's gone faster. My car's got automatic wipers, so the wipers gone automatically faster. So if you're using manual mode, then you have to take the switch up one more click to make it faster. Lights change, there's no one threatening there. Driving at 40 mile per hour. Right hand bend. Keeping centre left mirror.